So current research is showing that pornography is a drug and that it can lead to addiction. But some of you are looking out there going like, well, how? It doesn't make any sense. How? Again, I don't sniff it, I don't smoke it. Well, how? Let me show you. Pornography goes in through the eyes, in through the iris, and triggers a release of chemicals in your brain. Chemicals like dopamine, serotonin, epinephrine, oxytocin. Now this isn't a science class, but you may have heard of some of those. Now these are natural chemicals that your body produces. These chemicals are needed. When you do drugs, hard drugs, or look at pornographic material, your brain is overloaded with these chemicals. After you keep looking at porn, your brain gets used to those high amounts and builds up a tolerance. Those same images that once gave you a rush don't have the same effect anymore. In order to get that same rush, it not only takes more of it, but it also takes a more hardcore version of it. Your brain becomes dependent on that rush of chemicals and literally rewires itself to think that that's normal, and so you cannot function without it. That is addiction. The same process happens with cocaine and heroin. They can't stop. I can't tell you how many people have come up to us and told us their story about their addiction to pornography and how it led them to do things that they never thought that they would do when they were your age. Things that sometimes even led them to prison. I have a relative who served a prison sentence because of something that he had done that stemmed from a pornography addiction that started when he was 8 years old. It destroyed his life. He lost his family, his kids, he lost everything, his job, and he's now just barely getting his life back on track. He told me, Clay, had I known what it was doing, had I known what it had the capacity of doing in my life, I'd have never touched this stuff. He and others share the same opinion. Why risk it? Why chance it? It's not worth it. Don't risk it. You know what part of the brain addiction hurts? They call it the frontal lobes. The frontal lobes are located, just like the name suggests, in the front area of your brain, okay? This area of your brain is the decision-making area of your brain, okay? It's responsible for weighing out pros and cons, logically thinking through situations and scenarios. It's no wonder that addicts have a hard time stopping their behaviors, even when they want to. That area of the brain that is responsible to help them through that is damaged. So if pornography affects you physically, how would that then affect you behaviorally or psychologically? Well, let's look at the obvious. If you are addicted, you're going to have addictive behaviors, right? All of your activities are going to start to revolve around you getting your next fix, and pretty soon it's going to be nearly impossible to quit. All of this happens while you think you're still in control. You see, with the brain, addiction is addiction is addiction. Whether it's cocaine, heroin, nicotine, or pornography, once you're addicted, it's too late. And the thing is, you may even realize what you're doing is harmful, but once you're in that trap of addiction, what you should do and what you want to do is out of your control. All you can think about is satisfying that craving, and if you don't, you'll go through withdrawal symptoms, just like you would if you were trying to quit a hard drug or a chemical drug. Not only that, but it can actually cause feelings of worthlessness, hopelessness, and even depression.